friends, welcome to another Sunny Side Design tutorial. Today we have a fun project to share with you to make something completely free.
Yep, we're making it for free. I was online and I noticed some beautiful pillow covers that I really loved, but I was not willing to pay the price of $56 per pillow cover.
We're kind of cheap.
We are cheap.
We're frugal.
Yes,
Thrifty,
and
cheap.
so we're going to show you how we're going to recreate the exact same design on our own for free.
Yep, so join us. Hope you like it.
All right, I have cut apart a tablecloth that had become stained and it got dirty somehow when I washed it, and so I decided to save it because it was linen and I liked it. So I just cut apart the tablecloth. If you don't have an old tablecloth, you could use a drop cloth, whatever you've got. I just wanted some plain white fabric.
Any old fabric, really. Like, bed sheets work well sometimes too.
Yeah, just something. I chose this one because it's textury. Okay, so I'm going to mark out my design. So I'm going to begin by marking in 2 inches on each side. And then I also need to find the center of my fabric. So I'm just going to mark this way. I did cut my fabric to 19 inches square. I wanted an 18-inch pillow. So I'm going to go 9.5, make one little mark that way, and one mark this way. Oh, I was so close. Okay, so there's my mark. All right, so from there, I'm going to make my pattern. I'm just going to need some painter's tape. And I'm going to go from, oops, this is the side I did. Sorry, I don't want to get my arm in the way. So I'm going to go from that 2-inch mark to the center.
And we love frog tape. It just works better than any other we've tried.
We have, and I just think it seals really well.
When you're applying it on fabric though, be sure to really press it down as hard as you can.
Yeah, I'll just take
to prevent bleeding.
My finger and just rub it just to make sure. And then we'll show you another tip as we're painting. We have painted on fabric many times.
We have.
So if you want to look on our site, you'll see that we have done curtains with them. Striped curtains, stenciled curtains, polka dot curtains. All right, now this piece is just going to be the actual width of what I'm going to paint. So this is just kind of my marker tape for my design. Okay, now this next one is one that's going to stay down. So I'm going to kind of angle cut the tape like that. So I've got a nice crisp edge. Yep. And I'm going to place it next to this one, getting my point as close as I can. So I'll have a nice point. And then same thing here. Angle cut up the opposite direction. And then I'm going to just match up the points. Sit down.
So far it's pretty simple, it's pretty quick.
Yep, this is going to be a fast one. And this is my next.
And geometric patterns are so fun right now too.
They really are.
They go with a lot of different styles.
I love it. That's what I was just really drawn to this pattern, but once again, I was not willing to pay the price. Okay. And this one, again, I need that crisp corner. Okay. And the last one here. All right. So please comment if you have tried painting on fabric before and what your results were. Okay, now I'm going.
What projects you've done it on too.
Yeah, so now I'm going to remove the tape that was just kind of my place holder tape, and this is going to be
making the pattern.
Yes. All right, I might have not said that well. These are the areas that I'm going to paint. All right. Okay. Now we're going to mix up our paint. What you're going to need is just any acrylic paint. I am just using some leftover black paint from painting a wall, and then just some textile medium. You can use craft paint if you've got craft paint. we want to use 2 parts paint to 1 part fabric medium. So I'm just going to measure those up. Okay.
This does make the paint a little bit runny. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
It's how it's supposed to be.
Yep. Works good. Okay, and then I'm just going to stir it together till it's well combined, and then we will begin our painting process here. Now you can see that it is a little bit runnier than the paint itself was before, but that's just going to help it get into the fibers of the paint and
the fabric.
Oh yeah, the fibers of the fabric, and it's going to make it so that it's permanent and you can launder it if you need to. You will want to follow the directions on your bottle of fabric medium. Mine says that we need to heat set it, and then, which means just with an iron
Or plop it in the dryer.
dryer. Yep, we did that before with curtains because
Yep.
that's a lot of ironing, but just
And it
throwing them
worked
in the
great.
dryer with high heat worked great. So you just want to heat set it and then wait 7 days before laundering if you do need to launder it. Okay, we are ready to go now painting. So little tip is when you're painting a design is to paint from the edge of the tape in.
Will you please move your hand?
I won't move my hand, sorry. So just pull it in from the sides, and that's going to help keep your line nice and crisp.
Help prevent bleeding.
Yeah, when you're working on fabric. And remember that I did press it down really well before I began this painting process. So I'm making this design, these 2 arrow points towards the center. So I'm going to have to repeat this design on the opposite side of the fabric.
So we're just doing one side at a time so we can have these points meet up nicely.
Yeah, nice and crisp in the center. So I'll just
While
paint
you're
along.
painting fabric as well, remember that it's very thick and porous, so you'll need to push kind of hard to get it into all the,
Yeah, you just want to keep going
the
over
weave
it
of the fabric.
until it's in there. I'm not going to do 2 coats. I'm just going to do 1 coat of paint. I'm just going to work it in the first time around.
And it's totally up to you how you want your design to look. If you do 1 coat, it may be kind of blotchy, but that kind of gives it a vintage look, which is
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
But if you want a more opaque look, just make sure to load it up with paint.
And when we did do stenciling curtains, we did leave it a little bit blotchy. And we also used a foam roller to apply it that way. On this, I wanted this to be solid, so I'm working it in with the paintbrush. You could do this with a foam roller as well, and just roll the color on, and it would not be quite as opaque as what I'm doing here. So also, what colors would you think of using? All right, we've got both of the designs painted on each side now, and the paint is dry, and we're just going to heat set it with the iron. I'm just going to put an old towel on there, and I've got steam in my iron, and I'm just going to steam it to heat set it. We are now ready to stitch the pillow together. I've just cut a plain piece of my white fabric that's the same size as the front. I have pinned on a zipper. It's an invisible zipper, and it is right side of the zipper to right side of the fabric. And whoops, before we stop, make sure your stitch is on straight stitch because I've got the zipper foot on. Okay, so we're just going to begin and just sew a straight stitch. Sewing this in. That's enough. Once the zipper is all installed, then I'm just going to stitch all 4 sides of the fabric, and then it will be all complete. Once it's all stitched, then I'm just going to take and I'm going to cut off the corners. This will make it a little nicer when it's turned around. Your corners will be nice and have a nice point to them if you trim the corners. And then we will just turn the pillow around, press it, and insert the pillow form. So tell us what you think about this pillow project. Is this something you would like to try? Please comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Doesn't that look like an easy little project that wouldn't take much time to do? And it turned out so cute. I love the graphic of the black and white design on it.
Very cute.
It's going to be updating my couch for summer. I'm excited to put it on.
Yeah, so did you guys know you could make a super cute pillow for free with things you have on hand at home?
Yep.
I love it.
And if you didn't happen to have a zipper, you could use Velcro. You could just stitch it closed if you didn't want a pillow cover, but I swap out my pillows all the time. So
we have actually done hot glue too.
Yep, you
for
could glue
a
it.
no-sew version, and it holds up really well.
Yep.
So hopefully you got some good ideas from this video, and we're glad you followed along. Comment below if you have any suggestions or questions of things that you would do, and be sure to subscribe and tap that notification bell so you can see when our new videos come out. We're glad to have you here, and as always here at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.